Hi, this is Liz from Create Access. This video will show you how to use Blender to clean up the geometry of a 3D model that you've created using a photogrammetry capture tool. In this case, I will be importing a model of a sneaker created with Polycam and removing the extraneous geometry using Blender's editing function. The first thing you'll need to do is import your model into Blender. I've exported my model of a sneaker from Polycam as a GLTF file and saved it on my computer. To import the model into Blender, go to File, Import. Then select your file type. In this case, I'll select GLTF 2.0. Locate the file where you saved it on your computer and click the blue Import button in the bottom of the pop-up window. Your model should then appear in Blender's viewport. It will likely appear very small and will be surrounded by a large cube. You won't need this cube, so you can delete it by clicking on it with your mouse to select it, and then right-clicking and selecting Delete from the resulting drop-down menu. Alternatively, you can select it and simply hit the Delete key on your computer. The model is currently too small to work with easily. To get your model to a size you can work with, you can do two things. First, you may want to adjust the scale to make the model appear larger. This will make it easier to select the extraneous geometry and delete it. Adjust the scale by clicking on the model and then moving over to the right side of your screen under the Transform heading. You will see options to adjust the scale on the X, Y, and Z axes. You can adjust the scale to any number you want, but make sure that you use the same number for the X, Y, and Z axes so your model's proportions remain intact. I usually find that setting the scale to about 10 yields a nice size model for editing purposes. I can further change the size of my model in the viewport by simply zooming in or out using my mouse. You can see in my model that there is a circular area around the sneaker. This is a rendering of the stool the sneaker was placed on that the Polycam app included in my capture. My goal here is to remove the stool, so I'm left with a nice, crisp model of the sneaker. To begin editing, I'll need to go into the menu at the top left of my screen, which defaults to Object Mode, and change this to Edit Mode. Once in Edit Mode, you will see that Blender displays the model's mesh, which is composed of lots and lots of triangles. The points where the triangles meet are called vertices. Selecting these vertices in groups or individually will allow us to clean up our model. While I'm editing, I can easily rotate the model using my mouse to get a better view of the geometry I'm trying to edit. Blender allows you to select vertices to delete using several different approaches. The first of these is called Box Select. Box Select allows you to draw a box around a group of vertices and then delete the vertices inside the box. This is a good way to start selecting vertices to delete if you have a lot of extraneous geometry, because you can delete big areas all at once. When you want to edit with a more granular level of detail, there are other tools you can use that we'll talk about later. To access Box Select, go to Select, Box Select. Again, make sure you're in Edit mode. Click and drag to select the area you want to delete, which will turn orange when you select it. If you're happy with your selection, right-click and select Delete Vertices from the resulting drop-down menu, and you should see the unwanted vertices disappear. If you want to change your selected area, simply click in a blank area of the viewport and try again. Sometimes you'll see that not all the vertices in the area you've selected get deleted. If this happens, simply reselect the remaining vertices and perform the Delete Vertices function again until they're gone. The next approach to deleting vertices that we'll discuss is called Circle Select. Circle Select is useful for selecting vertices around curved areas of your model. To access Circle Select, go to Select, Circle Select. A small outline of a circle will appear. Move this circle to the area you want to delete and click with your mouse. This will select the area inside the circle. You can do this multiple times to select as many areas as you wish. Once you've selected all the vertices you want to delete for now, right-click and select Delete Vertices. The next editing tool that we'll discuss is called Lasso Select. Lasso Select allows you to select an irregular area on your object's geometry and delete it. To access Lasso Select, go to Select, Lasso Select, and then select the Set option. Click and drag on your object's geometry to select the area to delete, and then right-click and select Delete Vertices. Sometimes you may want to get a very fine level of detail with your editing. In this case, you can select individual vertices to delete by clicking them and then right-clicking and selecting Delete Vertices. Remember, at any time, you can rotate your model to get a better view of the area you're trying to edit. If at any point you select and delete vertices that you didn't mean to delete, click Ctrl-Z to undo your edits. You can also click Edit Undo in the menu at the top of the screen. When you're happy with your edits, you can save your file as a Blender file to a location on your computer, or you can export it and choose the file type. I will export my edited model as a GLTF file, as this format is compatible with a lot of other tools. Blender has many other robust functions that allow you to create and edit 3D content. Have fun experimenting with the different ways you can use Blender to build the world around you in 3D. Thanks for watching.